I never thought my world would change so suddenly. Looking back, it feels like a dream I shouldn't have lived, but one I can never forget. It happened the summer I turned 21, when my mother's closest friend, Julia, came to stay with us. Julia had been around since my childhood. She was like family, always present at birthdays, holidays, and family gatherings. But time had changed her, and time had changed me. She was recently divorced, carrying both elegance and sadness in the way she moved. To me, she was no longer just my mother's friend. She was a woman whose presence stirred something I had never felt before. From the start, I noticed things I had ignored before. The way her perfume lingered in the air, how her laughter filled the house, how her dresses clung to her in ways that made it impossible to look away. I tried to push those thoughts aside, but they kept returning, stronger each day. One evening, my mother worked late, leaving just the two of us at home. Julia cooked dinner, poured us a little wine, and we sat together on the couch. Our conversation was light at first: college, future plans, her stories about life. But as the hours slipped by, the mood shifted. She looked at me differently, like she was seeing me for the first time. Her hand brushed against mine, and instead of pulling back, I let it rest there. My chest tightened as she leaned closer, her voice barely above a whisper. "Do you realize what this could mean?" "I don't," I said honestly, "but I don't want to stop." What happened next felt like a storm we couldn't resist. Her lips found mine, soft at first, then urgent. The world outside the walls of that room disappeared. We gave in to the attraction that had been building in silence for weeks. That night was the first time we crossed the line, and nothing was ever the same. The following days blurred into a dangerous rhythm of hidden moments, stolen kisses in the kitchen, whispered words when my mother was out, and late-night embraces that carried equal parts passion and guilt. She told me I made her feel alive again, and I admitted she made me feel like more than just a boy. But guilt has a way of creeping in. Every time I saw my mother, my stomach knotted. Julia wrestled with her own emotions, caught between loyalty to her best friend and the pull we couldn't deny. The end came when my mother returned home earlier than expected one afternoon. Julia and I barely had time to separate before she walked in. That close call shook her. That evening, she told me in a trembling voice that it had to end. "If we keep this going, we'll ruin everything," she said, her eyes wet with tears. "Your family, my friendship with your mother, even us. I can't let that happen." I wanted to fight her decision, but deep down, I knew she was right. Desire had blinded us, but reality couldn't be ignored. When she finally left our home a week later, she kissed me one last time, soft, aching, filled with both love and sorrow. And then she was gone. Sometimes, late at night, I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't stopped. But I know some passions burn too hot to last, and some secrets carry a price too heavy to pay.